What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder. I'm Warren Thompson. Thanks for stopping by the channel today. Today, we have some big announcements about the X-Men in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, specifically for Avengers Secret Wars and Deadpool 3. There are some X-Men coming to these movies that fans are going to be extremely excited to hear about, and of course, see on the big screen. Not to mention, we do have some San Diego Comic-Con announcements coming. With just a little over a month left until San Diego Comic-Con, we know Marvel Studios is preparing for something big. So we'll break down what to expect in this video. And if you love Marvel, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We talk about it every day. We also have a website, a Patreon account, and a Discord server if you want to join. And we're doing a huge giveaway, giving away an Xbox Series X, a PS5, some Marvel Legends items, or some DC items. We pick a winner at the end of each month. There are only 2 days left, and the winner gets to pick one item. All you have to do to enter is subscribe and leave a comment down below. So as far as the X-Men are concerned and San Diego Comic-Con is concerned, we're really hoping to hear something about mutants from Kevin Feige at Marvel's Hall H panel this year at Sdcc. It's been a pretty long time since the last time Kevin Feige has truly teased us about the X-Men in the MCU, or the mutants as he calls them. And if you are wondering, he has said that those two terms are interchangeable to him. They mean the same thing to him. So if you hear Kevin Feige say mutant instead of X-Men, it doesn't exactly mean anything. And he did also confirm that whatever they are going to do with the X-Men and the mutants is going to be quite different than anything that we've seen before on screen.
I know, you did mention other movies in addition to the 11 that you titled up on screen, and you name dropped Fantastic Four, but you only referred to the X-Men as, quote, mutants. And I'm curious, are you guys not looking to go the route of a traditional X-Men titled movie for those characters?
Mutants and X-Men are interchangeable. I just said mutants. But yes, whatever we do will be quite different.
And it's hard to believe that the last time that he's really mentioned this was in 2019. Now, granted, the pandemic happened and San Diego Comic-Con didn't happen for a bit, but now we're back at it, and hopefully we can get some type of an update from the mutants from Kevin Feige at San Diego Comic-Con. But as far as what his actual plan is currently for the X-Men in the MCU, we seem to apparently know that. And that plan seems to get clearer and clearer as we get closer and closer to Avengers Secret Wars and Deadpool 3. And Deadpool 3 is going to be a key movie in bringing some X-Men to the MCU, because as we have found out, Kevin Feige's plan for the X-Men is to actually bring the older X-Men back first from the Fox franchise, and then introduce new X-Men. This is apparently going to be Kevin Feige's send-off for the X-Men. He started his career with Marvel working on the X-Men films. The original one with Hugh Jackman, Famke, Patrick Stewart, the classic X-Men movies that we all love. And the actors have expressed for a while since the MCU has been formed that they wish they had that opportunity to be a part of something like the MCU or the actual MCU. And based off of what we've heard, Kevin Feige's plan is to kind of make that dream come true and bring them into Avengers Secret Wars. Now, we've heard of some actors coming back already, of course, like Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Patrick Stewart has already returned in Multiverse of Madness and has already hinted that him and Ian McKellen are not done with Marvel yet, so we know they're going to return basically. But today we have a report on a few more original X-Men returning for Secret Wars and Deadpool 3. According to The Insider, can we get some toast for a birthday scoop, and happy birthday to you? Hugh Jackman's Wolverine won't be the only X-Men returning in Deadpool 3. Halle Berry, Famke Janssen, and James Marsden will also reprise their roles as Storm, Jean Grey, the Phoenix, and of course, Cyclops. Now, recently, Halle Berry actually kind of teased that she would be returning as Storm. She recently posted a picture of herself on Instagram with the caption, "Patience takes practice." And as you can see in the photo, she has white hair. What's interesting about this is this kind of hints at two different things here. One, she's holding a cat, and Patience was the name of her character in Catwoman. So some people have went, oh my gosh, we're getting a Catwoman sequel. I don't think that's the case. I don't think anybody asked for that, but you never know. But the other thing, of course, that people are noticing is that she has white hair, and Deadpool 3 right now is starting everything. All the filming is about to go down with Deadpool 3, and the X-Men are said to play a pretty significant role in that movie. In fact, based off of the rumors and the leaks so far, what we know about Deadpool 3 is that Deadpool is kind of going to be hired by the TVA, kind of like Loki was kind of hired by the TVA. To deal with a certain problem, Loki had to deal with variants of himself, but Deadpool, instead of getting pruned, has a chance to help the TVA and help himself by going to a universe where the X-Men actually have dominated it and rule it. It's under Magneto's reign, and all of the other X-Men follow him as well, including Professor X from what we've heard. And if the reports that we've heard are true, then Deadpool and Wolverine are going to have to go into this universe and essentially kill everybody. So it is essentially the story of Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. But the story of the X-Men doesn't stop there, because Kevin Feige's big send-off is supposedly Secret Wars. So what this is going to do is simply prepare the audience that the X-Men, these old X-Men characters, can return as variants of themselves in movies in the MCU now. This is what they showed us in Multiverse of Madness as well. These old characters can return and will return. Now, Deadpool is going to probably visit a bunch of different universes. It's a multiverse journey with Wolverine. The Fantastic Four, the original ones, are supposed to show up, and of course these original X-Men are supposed to show up as well. Deadpool's gonna go to a lot of different universes and probably start to mess things up and probably cause some incursions, leaving problems for our main Avengers team and the other teams in the MCU. But the variants that we see in Deadpool 3 are probably going to be different than the variants that we see in Avengers Secret Wars. But to top it off, the insider Can We Get Some Toast followed up and said there are 2 other cast members returning for Deadpool 3. One from the Fox X-Men movies and one from the MCU. They're villains, and you'll never guess who. I'll reveal them in due time because it's far too early, so for now, have fun speculating. And if you have any big speculations about this, please let us know in the comments down below what you are thinking. But like I mentioned, there are going to be other variants of the same characters. In Deadpool 3, we will see the old X-Men return, but these aren't going to be the same X-Men that we see in Avengers Secret Wars. Hopefully what happens in Avengers Secret Wars is that the heroes from all of these different universes that are being affected by the Kang War are going to have to come together with heroes of the other universes and kind of form a giant Avengers team. And when I say the Avengers, I'm including the X-Men in there, I'm including the Fantastic Four in there, any Illuminati members. Just like we saw in Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, the Guardians of the Galaxy were part of the Avengers, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and so on and so forth. So we're kind of just grouping all of the heroes here under the Avengers title because that's essentially what it will be, Avengers Secret Wars. And in this, we will see really great versions of these X-Men characters, the true great versions that we've seen in the original X-Men films. Not good X-Men characters turned evil, controlling an entire universe that Deadpool has to kill. That, of course, is extremely exciting and very intriguing, and I can't wait to see it, but I also can't wait to see the original X-Men that we knew, grew up with, and loved. Now, as far as the new X-Men are concerned, we've talked about this many times on the channel. Marvel Studios is probably waiting till Phase 7 after Secret Wars to start introducing true new X-Men characters like a new Cyclops, a new Professor X, a new Wolverine, new Magneto, so on and so forth. But we really haven't heard anything official from Kevin Feige, so hopefully he addresses this at Sdcc. Now, another birthday scoop from Can We Get Some Toast is that we are going to receive the first trailer for the Echo series during San Diego Comic-Con, and they say from everything I've heard, it sounds amazing. So that's one big announcement coming at Sdcc, and basically from everything that we've heard about the Echo series, we are going to see Echo as she rises to the ranks of the Tracksuit Mafia via flashbacks, and we are going to see a current day Kingpin and Daredevil. So a lot to look forward to in that series. And the other big thing that we're expecting to happen at San Diego Comic-Con right now is sort of a rescheduling or restructuring of Marvel's Phase 5 and Phase 6, plus not to mention the reveal of Phase 6. You probably have heard that Marvel Studios is kind of restructuring the way they go about things. And basically what that means, according to Kevin Feige, Marvel Studios president, and Bob Iger, CEO of Disney currently, they're basically going to produce less content. Less Disney Plus shows, less movies, but we're unsure of when that is going to start. We're unsure if that'll affect Phase 5 or if it's just going to affect Phase 6. And does this affect kind of the original plan that Marvel Studios had? Are any movies or shows getting cut? Have they rethought some of the story plan, especially with everything going on with Jonathan Majors right now? Which in turn is another thing that we're hoping to get some sort of a clarification on from Marvel Studios and maybe at San Diego Comic-Con Kevin Feige will come out and simply state, hey, we're keeping Jonathan Majors, nothing's happening, or hey, we are recasting Kang. Or if they truly do decide to do the extreme, which is entirely an option, they could actually veer away from the Kang storyline. So he could come out and say, hey, we're actually going to bring in a different villain, which would be truly shocking, but we have heard that some major announcements are going to be going down at Sdcc. And of course, if we hear anything else about what they could be, we'll do an update video. So be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. And be sure to let us know how excited you are about the original X-Men returning in the comments down below. We'll link our Patreon, our website, and our Discord server down below and in the description. And of course, you can always follow us on Instagram and Twitter. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.